and gentlemen, this RedGaming.com video. I don't think it's a stretch of anyone's imagination to say that overheating issues in consoles are something that's been on everyone's mind, particularly after the Xbox 360 incident. However, just today, there has been an image that's been floating around the internet that has shown, get ready for it, the red line of death on the PlayStation 4, which is quite literally a line going across the console where normally you would see the blue power indicator on the side, don't you know. Anyway, people have already been concerned that the system therefore is prone to overheating. And so a user quite bluntly asked Shuhei Yoshida, is the red line of death on the PS4 true? And Shuhei responded with two words, not and true. So obviously they are categorically denying that it is going to be an issue for their console. 2 points I'd like to make. The first one, it's not exactly surprising that he's denying it. He's not exactly going to confirm it. The second point I'd like to make is I don't really think it's going to be a big issue for the PS4 anyway. They've deliberately and purposefully selected components which are going to run as cool as possible. I'm not saying that the PlayStation 4 is going to be immune to mechanical faults. I don't particularly think that any console is immune to mechanical faults, because obviously it's a new design, it hasn't been tested out in the wild, so obviously some systems are going to be prone to going wrong. However, I'm sure that it's going to be nowhere near as much as the Xbox 360. I wouldn't be surprised if the next generation, and I've mentioned this previously, is going to have issues in regards to maybe software problems. The software levels of complexity have gone up a hell of a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we see the odd update in the future which could potentially brick a console, but that's not exactly likely either, but you never know. Now, some people are already citing incidents like the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag one. Now, AC4, you may remember, back when they first showed it off on the PS4 on the unveiling, it crashed, and basically people have been like, well, why is it crashed? And of course, it's pretty simple. Back then, beta hardware, beta, maybe even alpha code on the game, very unstable operating system, the drivers weren't finished either, different combinations of things really, which all lead to the same conclusion. You can't judge a console or anything based on extremely early alpha or beta hardware. It just doesn't work as well it should. That's the reason why it was still in development. It's not finished. I'm not particularly worried about overheating on the PS4. I'm not saying, once again, that it's impossible. I just don't think that it's particularly super likely. Previously, for example, in the Xbox 360, the red ring of death was caused because the components inside it put out a hell of a lot of heat. And both Microsoft and Sony, of course, have gone with the AMD Jaguar APU in an effort to basically mitigate the heat. Now, obviously, the Xbox 360 and PS4 are still going to be putting out heat, but both have a pretty decent cooling solution as far as I know, and despite the fact that the PS4's console is smaller than the Xbox One, which obviously means that it's going to be a bit harder to dissipate the heat, I'm still sure it'll be fairly okay. Anyway, I guess we'll just have to kind of keep a watch on it. I personally am not worried. I'm not going to be nuking my pre-order or whatever anyway. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.